Namaste, everyone. Well, I did a video this morning, and people said that they were not able to hear it. So I've stopped, and I'm going to do another video and just make a comment. I received a very nasty letter today, and really, there is no low that Nithyananda people will not stoop to. Okay, so let me go ahead and read this, and I'm going to comment on what's taking place. It's sent under the name of Truth is God, okay, at protonmail.com. So it says, "Hi there. I am an investigative journalist investigating criminal activities of spiritual leaders on the internet. And the scope of my investigation includes financial shenanigans to sexual misconduct." Well, no investigative reporter, for one, is going to write a thing under the name of Truth is God. Okay? They're not. They're going to put the place where they work for if they're an investigative journalist. Now you'll see what they're trying to do at the end. I'll explain that as we go along. It says, I came across you while I was looking into Nithyananda. And then I started looking into your activities on and off the internet. I started contacting your old devotees and current followers. Well, nobody's been contacted, okay? Not one person that I know has been contacted. It's an out and out lie. Okay, so let's continue on with this. And here we get to the nitty gritty. And okay, will you be willing to do a Skype interview and answer questions regarding your connections to white supremacist organizations online? Number one, I don't belong to any white supremacist organizations online, as well this person knows. Okay. Number two, your activities on pornographic and adult dating websites. Number two, I don't belong to activities and pornographic and adult dating websites. Now, the only people that know that my email address has been used to basically set me up on those types of sites are the Nithyananda people. Yes, they are that underhanded and that dirty and that low. Okay. Now, this is obviously, again, from another Nithyananda person. They sent that information on what is a cult the other day under Nithyananda's name. Whether it came from him or whether it came from one of their higher ups, I don't know. It's equally as bad either way. Obviously, they didn't like the video I made, so this is their comeback. Okay? Yes, they actually took my email address and signed me up to a white supremacist organization. And after they did that, then they come back at me like I'm the one that signed up. Now, you tell me how any of them can claim to be spiritual. Okay? Let's continue to go on and see what else they've got here. Oh, this is award-winning. Your activities on pornographic and adult dating websites, racist views against people of India, and people of African American descent. Now, again, I don't know how they come against that. I don't have racist views against people of India or people of African American descent. Absolutely nonsense. Okay? I have something against the societal conduct of India. Absolutely 100%, and I still do. Any society that still advocates sati, for women to jump on the pyre of their dead husband and burn themselves alive to prove how holy they are? Yes, I have a problem with that. I have a problem with people that sell their daughters to the highest bidder. You know, they sell their daughters, they buy them a husband basically. They have to give a dowry. Okay? And if it's not enough, these magical kitchen fires happen and the bride gets burnt to death. I have a problem with a society that when the women have raised the family and they're no longer of use to them anymore, they throw them out in the streets to beg. I have a problem that when a young girl is married off to an old man and the old man dies, she's proclaimed to be a widow and she's bad luck. And they sell her off to these temple things where they engage them in prostitution. Yes, I have a problem with that. Okay? The golden age of India was long ago. It's not there now. This is not to say that there's not still wisdom in the ancient texts. There is. But you can see from the actions of Nithyananda and his people how far they've fallen. Okay? I have no problem with people of African American descent. God is a spirit. Okay? Doesn't have a white face, doesn't have a black face, has no face. Okay? Everyone is equal in that. Everyone has the same amount of God essence within them, that truth, that honesty, that wisdom, that energy that gives them life. I don't care what color your skin is, it makes no difference. And again, this is the problem why people get conned into people like Nithyananda. Oh, if they're from India, they must know more. After all, look at him. He's sitting on a golden throne, plays dress up. He can read these texts that sound so good. But the problem is, he doesn't know what these texts are saying. He skews them so badly that they make no sense at all. Let's continue forward with what else they say. Your inappropriate sexual touching while offering Shaktipat. Now, I have never touched anyone sexually ever in my life doing Shaktipat. How dare they make that type of a claim against me? Anyone that's had Shaktipat here can attest to what happens. And it's definitely not that. Okay. Let's go on. Blackmailing devotees with leaking confidential, embarrassing information, and many more. I've never blackmailed any devotee. I've never leaked any kind of confidential, embarrassing information. Okay? I've been accused of it. It's never happened. Okay? So here we go. Please reply to us. Reply to us. Us? I thought this was an investigative reporter. Well, clearly, if it's us, then there's more than one person involved in this whole fakaka letter that they're sending. Please reply to us within 2 days, or we will go ahead with the publication of the story. You know what? Publicize the story. Okay? Thank you, Jenna. Now, they purposely put the name Jenna because there is an investigative reporter named Jenna. But if it was the Jenna, but she doesn't investigate this type of thing. She investigates misconduct in the government. Okay? So they're trying to put in somebody else's name and make it seem as if it is this investigative reporter. But this investigative reporter, Jenna, is not an us. And if it were truly an investigative reporter, they would have the name of their organization, and they don't basically try to do what this person is doing. Okay? So I'm going to read the things that I sent to them, the letter, and then I'm going to go in and expound a little bit more on this and what that organization is doing. I never signed up for any of those things. Nithyananda people have been setting me up. So in a word, you're really barking up the wrong tree. I can't help smear campaigns, and I will continue to walk and stay clean. I don't belong to any white crap ass groups and have spoken against them. And 100% have nothing to do with sex sites. Wow, are you gullible? People that speak up for truth and don't back down get lots of haters to do horrible things to try and discredit them. That's all. So go your way and look for another target. I hope to God you never have to experience others doing all they can to ruin your reputation. And those who know me, actually know me, know all these things to be 100% fabricated lies. Obviously, you lie and haven't spoken with any of my genuine followers, and you've done nothing but read that site run by that convicted kidnapper who hates anything that isn't Jewish, who is all about reporting any type of dirt, whether it's true or not. Do you know that site doesn't allow anyone to speak the truth of the situations? They only cater to those with an axe to grind. Maybe you should actually check facts before going off on your bender. You can publish this, and you really are trying to do what? Blackmail me to do a skewed interview? I'll be reading your disgusting letter on YouTube, and I'm outing you and your motives. Okay. Now again, like I said, I did that video a couple of days because I said Nithyananda, those can read exactly what they sent me. Now you know the truth, be on your way. Yeah, it was an actual blueprint as to how he brainwashes and scams and cons these people. And if it was sent out not by Nithyananda himself, but one of his higher ups, which I imagine happened, they are so brainwashed they don't even know what's going on. So this is a case of, the light calling the dark, out. And this is a case of them where they don't know the light from the dark any longer. They call the light dark and the dark light. Okay? And if Nithyananda is telling you that you go after people like you're doing, taking their email address, adding them to white supremacist sites, adding them to sex things, and then trying to use it against them, and you think it's spiritual, and you think there is no karma attached, and he's telling you there's no karma because you're doing it for me, I have news for you. There is karma attached. Okay? These are not the actions of any spiritual person. Nithyananda is lying to you. The father of lies is absolute deception. That's who you're following. You're not following truth. Okay? And I feel so sorry for you. So anybody wants to know what Nithyananda organization is, this is what they are. This is what they do. There is no light in that. If one of my students I ever found out they did something like this, they would be gone in a heartbeat. Because they're not walking a spiritual path, I can tell you that. They're walking a path of darkness to hell, 100% to hell. Okay? Those are actions which are absolutely demonic in nature. So, again, what you're doing. I'm sorry Nithyananda is lying to you and telling you there is no karma attached to anything that you're doing because you're doing it for him. When my students come and ask me what they should do with their life, you know what I tell them? And this is not to do something down and dirty like you're doing. I never tell my students to go after anyone. Ever have I done that. Okay? But even if their own life, they ask me, Guruji, what should I do? I tell them, you know what, you have to make your own decisions because you're the one that is responsible for your actions and you're the one that has to deal with the karma of it. Okay? Don't ask me what to do. So, yes, karma is real. And he's not getting you off the hook for anything. He's pulling you into his darkness and having you do his dirty work for him. That's, again, not the actions of a spiritual teacher. No spiritual teacher is ever going to tell you to go after somebody like that. Never in a million years. And the fact that you do it and continue to do it, us, Jenna, you think you're so smart? Us, okay? Little cohorts, okay? Little trolls of Nithyananda, the Nithyananda Trolldom, okay? You're not learning anything. Again, these big Shaktis you think you're getting, and the word is not Shaktis, okay? The word is supposed to be cities. In your case, though, it's Shaktis because it's all phony. They're magician's tricks, okay? The kid showing his hand and he's got the jewels hidden here that you can plainly see. Oh, no, look, this hand is open. Oh, there's no, oh, let me put it in there and drop it. Please, these are all low level magician's tricks. They're nothing. The coconut that magically moves. You get over water source, it's going to move, okay? You move your hand like this, it's going to fall out. Woo! The blindfold trick, you can see under the bottom of the blindfold. Please, child's play. Those aren't cities. You don't even know what a city is, for God's sakes. It is so sad. So I hope people watch this. People that are thinking of going to Nithyananda, this is what you get pulled into. You lose your ethics, you lose your morals, you do everything under the cover of darkness. They're not even honest with who's doing it. They're deceptive, deceivers, liars, cheats, con people. They will con their brother out of the money to do a Nithyananda course and justify it. Okay, this is what they do. Okay, it's sad. And to put him up as some sort of an avatar. He's lower than the gum on my shoe, okay? Avatar. He's a con man, plain and simple. Okay? Yes, thank you for sending me that. And I was happy to go on my way. But you people are so foolish, you continue to try to harass me, continue to try to, make up some sort of BS. And again, that's not spiritual. Really sit down and look at yourself, what you're doing. And Ranjita that went and put all that stuff on my videos. I finally found out that was the name. She chose another name, and the name of that person is the one that wrote on my videos. Some of the nastiest things. Nastiest. Foul, nasty things. Okay. So Jenna, the multi-headed hydra of Nithyananda Trolldom, thank you for letting me know that you didn't like that video. Magically, 2 days later, this letter appears from Jenna, the investigative reporter. Trust me, if there were really a Jenna, an investigative reporter, she sure as heck wouldn't be going after me because I'm not charging thousands of dollars. I live very simply. I bought a $2,000 van that I'm going over to visit my daughter. Wow. I'm not sitting on a golden throne. Okay? I'm not making people hawk their lives to come take a course. I'm not making them sign a tantric paper that they may have to watch porn and may have to engage in other things. I'm not the one they broke in and found condoms and bottles of whiskey laying around. Okay? No, it's your holy God avatar that's doing all that nonsense. Okay? Again, that's not a spiritual teacher. That's not a guru. Oh, he's a guru. He's weighty, all right, but not in knowledge. He's just getting weighty in fat. And by the way, as long as we're talking about that, whatever happened to that? He understands how to do all this weight loss. Why is he getting heavy as a porker? Okay? Look at him. He's getting disgusting. Okay? So I'm going to leave this here. And Nithyananda, Trolldom, Spindom, bullshit artists that you are, go your way. If you're smart, you'll leave me alone. Okay? Every time I don't say anything about Nithyananda for a long time, unless something happens to come up according to the trial and the things that are still going on, which you magically continue to report that nothing's going on. It all disappeared a long time ago. Well, it hasn't. Okay. So I'm going to continue to speak the truth. Again, this path is about honesty, integrity, and transparency. It's not about lies, deceptions, do things in the dark behind to try to nail somebody. That's your path. Okay? Okay. Doesn't happen here. Not now, not ever. And I will continue to stand in the light. I will continue to speak truth, and I will continue to have the transparency. As you can see, even my videos, I don't even have clicks where I'm making money off of them. So you can take your bullshit ideas and cram them. Okay? Let me say that point blank. You don't deserve to have it said nicely to you because you are not nice people. You're not even a decent human being anymore. You have fallen to hell realms, absolutely fallen to hell realms. And I hope you, to God, you come out of it before you leave the form, because you are in for a world of hurt if you don't. I'm going to leave this here. So this is just a heads up to people to know what Nithyananda organization is and how low they will stoop. There is no low they will not stoop to. Absolutely none. Okay? Namaste. Bye, everyone.